As our ship sinks slowly in Torquay and the sun pulls away from the shore, we say hello to the first arrival for this year's Devon and Cornwall C.E.A. get-together, Pathay's General Sales Manager, Mr McGregor Scott. With him are his wife, also Mrs C.J. Latta, wife of ABPC's Managing Director. Wild horses and rail strikes couldn't keep the new chairman away, Mr Jackson Withers, of whom more anon. He is met by a chap who's lonely now his daughter's married, Mr Bill Progers, ABC's District Manager. There's not much to choose between the luxurious hotels, but the C.E.A. men pick the Grand. In theory, they meet to talk shop, but they like to enjoy themselves too. And one man who knows how is Ken Jones of the Clifton Circuit of Birmingham. With him are his wife and family. If you like keeping up with the Joneses, these are the Joneses to keep up with. Now we can see why they always meet at Torquay. A beauty spot with all the comforts anyone could want, even in the luxury trades. Informality is the keynote of the affair, and Mr Jackson Withers has a charming companion in Mrs Myott, wife of the Electric's owner, and two in Newton Abbot, cinemas not owners. Doing the honours in a big way is Harry Adley of the recently amalgamated Pearl and Dean and Youngers. Quite a pusher, Mr Adley. Now it's Derby tickets for the Variety Club draw. And Mrs Myott's got a horse. Not that JW should need help in picking winners. A busy day for Mr Jackson Withers? Well, let's see. Most days for Mr Jackson Withers dawn beneath the shadow of Cardiff Castle. Not that he sleeps out, his home's there. And his typewriter starts work under his shadow quite early in the morning. Life, it would seem, begins at over 80, twice the age at which some men are thought too old to cope. His boxer dog is only one of his friends, for JW has a great many throughout the West Country, and this time we mean people, not dogs. He hates being talked about like this, but it must be admitted that he has a reputation for hospitality and good deeds. At JW's age, many people would stay home and maybe take the dog for a walk. But not the man whose name in film circles throughout South Wales and the west of England is as well known as the stars who help fill his cinemas. For him, the day only really gets started when he gets to the office. Mr Jackson Withers' office is his home from home. It even looks like a house. JW's company has 57 cinemas, and he has 10 in Cardiff, so business is good. It must be good, the number of checks he has to sign. Gosh, how the money rolls out. When you spend that much money at a sitting, it's not a bad idea to see if you're earning it. And that's exactly what Mr Jackson Withers likes to do. The Plaza is his next objective. It's one of his best houses. What are the ice cream takings like today, he wants to know. Whatever the manager replies, you can bet the figure involved is not peanuts. And the peanut takings are not ice cream. As they walk towards Cardiff City Hall and Gorsett Gardens, Cardiff manager Arthur Verron tries to get JW to book a certain film, but the answer hangs on price. Gorsett Gardens are one of JW's favourite relaxing places. So after Mr Verron leaves him, he goes on for a bit of peace and quiet away from all those money problems. He signed away a small fortune in cheques this morning, but he hasn't a bean for his deck chair ticket. That's business for you. My name, he says, is Jackson Withers, and please keep it out of the newspapers. Back at the office with his co-directors, and Mr Ponking, JW's personal assistant, breaks the news that there are some more cheques to sign. park collector should see him now. Anyway, now we know what Mr Jackson Withers does during the day. He spends his time spending money. One little joke J.W.'s fond of is this sort of thing. George Verron pokes his head round the door and complains that a film booked for the Knoll was played at the Windsor. The reply is, what did you expect? What a man.